Hi everyone, it's Jonna the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I'm here for another Thrifty Thursday haul. Thanks to Sherry from Turquoise Dreaming hosting this hashtag Thrifty Thursday kind of hop. I don't know how long, like I said before, that I'm going to be joining in on this, but now that I am volunteering at a thrift store on Thursdays, I may have to do a live recording from the thrift store maybe, instead of bringing home all the little treasures I find. I just need to leave them behind. But this actually is from the Goodwill bins. And every now and then I get the nerve up to go hit the Goodwill bins. And it is quite the experience if you've never been. I need to do a little video clip, but I'm sure there's tons of clips out there where people take you in with them to the Goodwill bins. However, yeah, I don't know how to like videotape while I'm in there. It's just kind of mayhem. But so I stayed there one afternoon just for like an hour and just kind of grabbed things that I saw that I would use in my crafting. One of the things I got was this pit card game, which I was shocked this was actually sitting in the bin. So I did take this. I thought it was kind of fun. I don't know if this is like from the stock exchange. It has oats, barley, wheat, that kind of thing. But I thought this would be really good to use in my cookbook journal with the vegetables and also my gardening journal that I'm working on. So yeah. And they do by the pound for some things, and other things they kind of do like four for $1, I think is how they kind of price things. When I came out of there, like all this stuff I'm going to show you, I paid a total, I don't know, around $12 maybe. I'm not really sure. So I don't know how they price things, and I don't ask. It's very fair. And I think it is different with each employee. So they do charge, I know, like clothing and stuff, maybe by the pound. I'm not sure. Okay, so this is actually pillow fringe. I know once you undo this, but what I'm thinking about doing with this is taking the little piece like this and making tassels. So I have all that embroidery floss that I got, and then what I could do is just make them into individual tassels instead of using it as fringe. But I thought this would be super cute on a paper clip, or those altered paper clips where it leaves the loop at the top. You could tie it on at the top. So I thought this was kind of neat. It is falling apart right now, so I'm gonna have to get on that. I'm gonna have to get on that, or I'm gonna have all this string stuff all over my craft room area. This trim right here already has the tassels on it, which is a little much for on the side of a journal. But if you take the tassels off and you just use this corded braid, isn't that pretty in a fall journal? So just take the tassels off, right? And then we could use the tassels on charms or on jump rings, and and hang these on off of paper clips and things like that. So yeah, got that. So I don't mind picking up furniture, and those are great colors for fall journals. This is a great color for the fall journal. Again, I would take this apart, take the tassel off, put it on something else, and just use the braided trim, and that's perfect for a journal cover. This paint with water I thought was interesting. This is a Whitman book. It is from 1976. Has a lot of pages out, but it still had a couple of pages in. So these are fun to add a little activity into your journal. It still works, and you can just rip it out, put it in a pocket, and just say add water, have fun kind of deal. There's just a couple. There's not a whole lot of images in here, but there are a couple. So I got these to put up in my craft room. What I think I'm going to end up doing is literally gluing these in, or I may Velcro them in. But these are old Play School. This one's Play School, but I loved it for my craft room, right? And then I'm in ministry, so how cute is this little choir? Isn't that cute? So anyway, I got those just to stick up on a shelf in my craft room when I get one. I get back in a normal house and I'm not traveling. Okay, so I bought this because you know me and loving Charles Schultz and anything peanuts. I got this little fabric book, and I'm telling you what, I'm taking it apart because I can use these for pockets in my journal. And I'm so excited because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to cut the end off like this because it's just quilted, right? So cut the side off and then pull the batting out. Just pull it out, use it on something else. And then I'm going to take the whole thing apart, use one side, or I could stitch it in without the padding so it doesn't add a lot of bulk. And then I could just stitch it in right here on a page and then into my journal. And then I have this cute little flip. Oh my goodness, I love this. Help each other out. I have a great story for this. I literally did save someone in our boat. And the guy hugged me afterwards because he said I saved his life. All while still holding on to my paddle, may I add. I think we were from Wyoming. Anyway, super cute. And I used to be a blankie kid, a thumbsucker blankie kid. And so did my daughter, my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter, no. But my youngest daughter, she had her blankie. And look at the little puppy. So cute. So anyway, there is that. So I thought that would be fun to alter and do something with. I got this to add to my camper. I have a couple of these old souvenir pillowcases, but this one is about my sister, and we were scrappy camper sisters. And I just thought we always camped together, and I thought this would be nice to add to my camper. When I saw it, it said sister. And yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but I lost her this year in April, and that's been really difficult. So I'm sorry, not in April. Her birthday's in April. I lost her in December, and it's been a difficult time for me. So I have that. I'm just going through my bag. I did find some of these pencils. They're all loose in here. I found this tin just because I'm thinking about doing a series of journals in tins, and the journal will match like the colors of the tin. I have that rose one, and I'm doing like a flower journal in that. So it's pink and has all kinds of flowers in it. And so I'm going to add it to that one. And then this one, maybe a little bit more Victorian. I haven't tried to clean this up, so it's pretty dirty, but I found that at the Goodwill bin. Then I found these, and I thought these were interesting. The World of Eric Carle, What Do You See? Sketch and Tell Story Drawing Book. But I thought these would make fun pages. It's just drawing paper, but it would be fun to add these into journals and maybe even tea dye them. Sometimes I like to add white in with the tea dye. It's nice. But there were 2 of these. So I guess you're supposed to sketch here and tell your story down here. So it's kind of like storyboarding. Let me see. I bought this. It's a jacket. And the reason why I bought it was because I told you I was working on my mom's album, and it's yellow. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to go through and just take this applique. The bottom of it, I guess, apparently somebody burned, maybe got their arm across a candle. And they burned it. So there's like some burn marks all over this jacket. I can just imagine, what ended up ensuing over the dining room table or, a church event or whatever. But the appliques are fabulous. And there's tons of appliques on here. So I'm going to have fun harvesting this, and I can even do long strips of the organza and just work around the burnt sleeves. So that's my plan for that. And here is a little piece of somebody started to work on it and do some cross stitching. So that's kind of neat. Got that. Whenever I can pick up any kind of hand done. All right. They had a bunch of these from Target. They looked like they were from Target, and they were Easter egg coloring kits. So I bought them because they were, again, 25 cents or less. So they were in the boxes, but I didn't take the boxes. And because it had glitter, which you could add to it's really super fine glitter. You could add this to anything. I don't know what I'll do with these. If you have an idea how I can use these in my journal, maybe make those Mrs. Beasley glasses like on a page. I don't know. Remember Mrs. Beasley's glasses look like that. They're little, I don't know if you can see that. They're little wired rim glasses. Okay, from Family Affair. And then this is the watercolor tablets. And then this is the one that you use with the vinegar. And so I'm going to try using these and dyeing some paper. So there were several. I only bought, this is glue. It's probably not any good. And then there was just a wax crayon, which would be fun to use as a resist on paper. So that's kind of neat to save. So if you do see these egg decorating kits, you know, it's something to pick up because it had stickers in it too. Okay, so that is that. So don't pass these up if you see them somewhere. Because like I said, you can use it for when you're dyeing paper, and you can use the glitter and you can use the wax crayon. So you can harvest a lot out of that for 25 cents. Come on. Okay, I got this because I grew up most of my life and lived most of my life in Florida. And to be honest, I don't have a lot of Florida. When you live there, you don't have it. You don't get it. Like you don't buy like a lot of Florida ephemera type touristy stuff. So this is a vintage one. And it was made in Hong Kong. And I just thought, you know, this would be cute to add to my trailer. In my vintage camper, I do have a tourist Florida. I found it 2 years ago now, I think. One of those the card table, a souvenir tablecloth. And I also have a pillow, but that one's Hawaiian, but I'd love to find a vintage Florida one. Be awesome. This all was in like the bottom of a bin. And I just took it. I didn't even know what was in there. I just saw a bunch of paper ephemera and I picked it up and just went for it. I don't even know, what's in here. Oh, look at this, the Delta wings. Ugh, that's super cute. Okay. So there's some paper stuff that was in there. The books of the Bible, again, like I said, I'm getting ready to do I'm going to do a series of Bible journaling kits. So a lot of that stuff I'm kind of looking for right now. And there are some vintage maps. Here's another Florida one. I'm going to put this one in my camper with that Florida thing because I just think that would be fun. And then I don't know what this one is. Let's see. But this one I thought was really cool because it's all blue and white, which I thought, blue, white, and black, which I thought was really a neat color for a map. London map. And I don't know what was in this. Oh yeah, this was in the bottom thing too. I have no idea. But like I said, I'm doing the cookbook journal and I'm doing that garden journal. So I just grabbed this because I know they just charge you nothing. You know, they charge you nothing for it. And when I pulled it out, these are labels, some kind of label for a herbicide or a booklet. It's sticky on one side. I think it's a booklet. I'm not sure. I just saw the corn and I was excited. So I have no idea what this thing is. But anyway, I'm just going to use it as ephemera. I have no idea. Does it open this way? I have no idea even how to open this. Yeah, it's like in there. I'm going to have to cut it, I guess. I don't know. But I thought just because. So I may just cut one whole thing out and let you figure out how to use it when you buy one of those journals. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh, it's got sticky. Okay, then I told you I was doing my sister. I'm doing a book for my sister, and I found this really cute. Who's it by? Artcraft. It's by Artcraft. It's Sleeping Beauty, and I love this one because it's not. No offense to the Disney lovers, but it's not. This was printed in Netherlands, and this is from 1970. And I just I love the pictures in it. And, you know, it's not your typical. I love the 70s that she's got a headband on. That just cracks me up. And then here she's got the headband crown. So 70s. So I just love it. And when I do my sister's album, I'm going to use that. I was just upset that they did this with the ink. They colored the white horse in because that would have made a cute front. But I think what I might do is use this. This is a good size, I think, for the journal, and cut it here. And have this, and I'm going to go in with some Goo Gone and see if I can get the sticker off the front. I'm going to try. We'll see how that goes. And then I found this bookmark. Isn't this cute? Look at those. Look at that. So super cute. I forgot the name of this illustrator. If anyone can tell me the name of this illustrator, they were very big. They did a whole series of girls. It was an illustrator from Hallmark. And I have a couple paintings, like pictures, some vintage pictures, but I forget the name of the artist, and it's not on here at all. I want to say it had like an Asian name. Tupperware World Headquarters postcard. Here's another oranges and orange blossoms. This is a vintage Florida postcard. So all that Florida vintagey ephemera I'm putting in my camper. Another postcard. So this stuff right here. Okay, so I like when I get these vintage postcards and I don't know what to do with anything. This National Geographic one. I will take a pattern girl and I will put her in the photo, and it just is so cute. I'll like scan her down or whatever, and I will put her like she's in the scene, and I'll do a whole scene in these postcards. And it just, the old, like she's going to visit at the Tupperware World Headquarters. So it's just a fun way to use those odd postcards you don't know how to use, like, yeah, the ones that aren't, super fancy or super old. Anyway, this is from the Henry Ford Museum. This was from Walks and Rambles, Isle of Wight. I'm not sure. So this was actually they did this tour, this walk, and then they wrote about it, where they went. He made something in a cup of tea. He made me a cup of tea. Oh, and they went on walk number 6. So anyway, I got somebody's England tour. Here's London. But how cool are these photos in here to use as ephemera? Oh my gosh, that's cool. Like faux postcards. The watermill. This is another one. What a cute little cottagey town. I went to the Cotswolds. My sister and I did, and that was lovely. So here, oh, it's a whole little island. Where is this? Great Britain. A nature trail, Seashore State Park. I wonder where that is. In Richmond, Virginia. Commonwealth of Virginia. I wonder if I'd ever been there. But I love the nature, the black and white. So how cool is that for ephemera? Right? The black and white. Love that. Here's another one of those little pamphlets. And I'm going to tuck that in I thought this was super cute. What would be cute is to make journaling cards out of this, where you put that on the one side and then you have this on the other. Not journaling cards, but just like a little tuck thing. And then they could read the little poem on the other side. Super cute. Okay, so got that one. There is more. Hold 1 second. I got this little milk jug or whatever you want to call it of little beads, because these will be fun to add to, something. Anyway, I got those. And okay, let's see. Then they got this Helen Steiner Rice Somebody Loves You book, which is from they wrote 1981 on here. I love the watercolory kind of prints. Look at, but it has 1970s, so but I thought these will be nice to add. 1976. I thought these would be nice to add. It's Christian poetry, American Christian poetry. That's how they have it categorized. But I thought these would be so nice to add to those scripture kits that I'm doing. I love the watercolor. Nice. That's a nice book. Oh my goodness, is that her? Look at that fur. Look at that fur hat on her and the fur stole. Aren't you special? What? Look at how big that hat is. Oh my goodness. That's hysterical. I need to cut that out because that would just make me smile. I need to put her in my journal. I always try to pick these up, these little note pads. They're nice, and they're nice to add to the back of a card, you know. If you have something that's this size for just journaling space, keep it nice. But I also like to tuck them in my purse. This is because it keeps them, you know, clean and not from ripping off. So I did grab that. Again, this is all stuff that was in the bin. Some books, Holiday Fellowship. I don't even, 1939. Yeah, some of these things I don't even know. I didn't even look at them yet. I just thought, oh, these are cool. These black and white photos. That's fun to add to collaging and stuff like that, or use as faux pictures. Important notice. Okay, I don't know what this is. It says stars on here. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. Oh my goodness. Remember all these? Look at all the gold stars. How fun is that? It's an envelope of gold stars. Oh my goodness, those gummed gold stars. I can start handing out gold stars to people when they get an answer right in Bible study. Anyway, that'd be fun. Okay, the Isle of White in color. So again, this must be from the same people. I don't know. Here's a number 5. Number 5. Which is really cool. I'm going to add that to my own, I think, because there were 5 kids till my sister passed. There were 5 of us. There's still 5 of us. But anyway, popular card games. So I wanted to see if there was canasta in here, because there is. Okay, there's a 4-handed canasta. Not really sure what that is, but the fact that there's canasta in here, I'm in a canasta group twice a week. When was this printed? It was printed in Great Britain. It doesn't have a year. It doesn't have a year. No, it doesn't have a year. But they suckered me into this because we have a Bible study, and then afterward they're like, stay for canasta. And I'm like, I've never played cards in my life, and now I'm in a canasta group, and then I go twice a week like a crazy person. So I'm there twice a week to play canasta. And it cracks me up because I told all my friends, and they're like, you're doing what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm in this canasta group. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, anyway, it's fun. We have a good time. Great group of people. I just love it. So yeah. Okay, so there's that. I gotta pull that out because that's hysterical. Whenever I can find these old labels, I always pick them up because they are fun to add to your collaging, and you can, you know, ink them, stamp on them. You can use them for like swatching, you know, your ink pads or whatever, to put the color on the outside of your ink pad. So I always pick them up. You can even lightly tack them down to a piece of copy paper, and you can run them through your printer, and it'll print, you know, a pattern on there if you want. And somebody took a little paper clip, and oh, those are actually for little file folder thingies. So and then got those. Yeah, so like I said, I try to pick those up whenever I can get them. This was a to-do list, to call list. I just thought this was cute to add, you know, to a journal. I always pick these up because the church cookbooks, but I thought this one was particularly fun because it was different colors, and it's all typewritten and then mimeographed. Remember when they used to do the mimeographing? And then it has somebody on. It had like people drew them. Jasmina Henley. So anyway, I picked this up. Thought this would be fun to use in books, and it's from 1983. And then again, you know, I could reuse these when I was done, these little ring binders, and that's always a good thing. So I am most excited about the stars. I'm so excited about those. I wonder if those are like Denison stars from back in the day. I feel like it because they're involved. And then I got 3 more things and I'm done. These were just all tossed in the bottom of a bin, and I pulled them all out, and they are the Derwent from England graphic pencils, and all different. They're in 5B, B, 2B, 4B, and F. Now, I don't know if these are water soluble or not because I don't see my water. I have no water in here, and I have no water pen. So sorry about tilting that. My pen thingy's up there. So I don't know if they are or not Derwent. They do make water soluble, so I will find that out. I got this spoon because in the fodder school, we are doing transfers with photos, and they did a spoon where you put you know, you're going to do a photo transfer on the spoon. So I had a bigger one, but I liked, this was gold. It was different. And then it has like this white inlay in it. And this looks like it's from Thailand. Let me see. Made in Thailand. So anyway, I thought I'll do a photo transfer on here and then wire it to the front of a book. And maybe this will end up in a journal that you get from me. Who knows? And then, oh, I found this. It's new pencil, 2-in-1 pencil sharpener. I don't have a pencil sharpener, so I was pretty excited that I found a pencil sharpener. And like I said, again, everything that you get out of there is literally, you know, 25 cents. Okay, this is the 3D. Okay, so I got those pencils. And then my last thing is I got this scarf. I didn't know what it was until I got it out of there, but I got this scarf. But the reason why I took it was because of the trim. Look at the trim. It's so much fun. It's got these little leaf dangles. How about that on the front cover of a journal with the flowers and the little sequins? And yeah, so I thought that would be kind of fun. I don't know who would ever wear this thing. I think it's a head scarf because it's not very big. But anyway, I really just got it for and like I said, everything at the Goodwill bins, it's the next step out to being recycled. So, you know, if you can, don't feel bad about if you go to the bins and you get something and you save it out of the bin, because the next step out is recycle, which means this will just get like chopped up and redone into, I don't know, a tire. Who knows what they use this stuff for? But anyway, it will get recycled. And in a way, we are recycling it because we are reusing it and repurposing it. So I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that at all because I saved that from being, you know, tossed out. I'm not going to go through this right now, but I just want to give you a preview of the next video. Is going to be all these linens that I got. And a bunch of other things. So that's my Goodwill bin haul. And I'm thankful that you stuck with me. If you stuck with me to the end, I'm at 30 minutes. So I'm going to hop off, and I'm trying to keep these down to 30 minutes when I do my hauls so that it, you know, doesn't drag out forever. But, you know, try the Goodwill bins. It's pretty exciting. There are some rules. So ask a Goodwill employee to go over the rules of when you're allowed to touch the new bins that roll out, or when you're allowed to go by the shelves. Like because if they pull all the stuff off the bottom shelves, you're not allowed to go over this like yellow line. And then how they do their pricing, because it's different. And they do have furniture in the back that's just marked individually. So, but I would highly suggest, if you are a junk journaler and you have a Goodwill bins outlet, it's called Goodwill Outlet in your area, I would highly recommend you just go in, try it out just one time and see. It's kind of addictive. Because like you just get this huge mishmash of stuff, and some days are a hit and some days aren't. I've gone in there and haven't walked out with like but one thing, you know. So but it's fun. And I will see you for the next one. I think we're going to be doing some junk journaling. I'm actually going to be working on a couple of books coming up that I want to put up in the shop, and I've got a big bin of stuff that I need to take photos of. I mean, like huge. I've got all kinds of stuff, and even some treasures that I have been finding in my thrift finds, like some vintage things that I'm going to be putting up in a new segment of my shop. So keep an eye out for that. Hit subscribe and like the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more. And then down in the comment section, if you wouldn't tell me what you thought my best find was at the Goodwill bin. And also if you want me to do a video from my Goodwill bins area so you can kind of see how it goes. Even if I just do a clip of how they just jump into the bins, like they literally, it's like a feeding frenzy. I can add that to my channel too. So thank you for hanging in with me, and I will be back for more inspiration and more thrifty hauls. And yeah, thanks. Bye guys.